What's up, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about the new comedy series exclusive to Netflix, Sneakerhead. And before we start the review, I have got to let people know that I was once a sneakerhead, so I decided I had to record my review in some old heat. So I had to bring out my infrared sixes. I went crazy trying to get these back in the day. But yeah, since we're talking about sneakers and the show Sneakerhead, figured I'll go ahead and lay that right there. But so this series will be releasing September 25th as a 6-episode, 30-minute each. Really short and easy binge. And, you know, if you are a big sneakerhead at one point in your life, you're automatically by the title. You're going to be a little bit curious here. And I would say it's a simple show. You know, it's definitely going to be like nostalgic in a lot of ways, maybe even triggering. There was a couple of scenes for me that was triggering. I mean, not really in a comedic way, because like, you know, the sneakerhead game and world and community, if you know about it, you know about the pains, you know about the ups and downs, you know about the struggles, the broken promises, all that other good stuff. And this show nails it on all accounts. I mean, even the lingo, but like, yeah, it's tons of heat on this show, and heat is a word for shoes that are rare to find, that everyone's looking for, like a really popular rare shoe. So that's heat. Anyway, yeah, so there's tons of lingo within this show too, within the community. So I'll say on that note, like, it's really authentic. But I had a lot of fun with this show, and I think, you know, anybody, again, that's at one point in your life was a sneakerhead, you would definitely want to check this out, regardless if you've seen this review or if you just stumble into it, because just the name itself does enough to be like, sneakerheads, like, okay, what's this about? But yeah, so basically it's about Devin, who's a former sneakerhead. Now he's a stay-at-home dad. And much like myself at a point, you know, you may be out the game, but when a certain shoe drop, you like, oh, I gotta get those, you know, regardless of the responsibility. Like, now Devin has kids and he has to stay at home, and his wife is really making sure that he's left that world, which could be a really slippery slope if you're not aware, way in the past. But it was the one pair of shoes that he wanted. For him, it was the Cement 4s. I have the Cement 4s, so I know that feeling. But, you know, when that certain shoe drop, you may say, you know what, I don't mind spending 200 plus for those, because I have some type of, like, connection to it. And you get to see that with the Devin character here. But so Devin tries to go get the Cement 4s, and him being out the game for so long, don't realize, like, it ain't as simple as taking your money into the store and buying shoes. You know, it's the line, it's the connect, it's the availability, because they run limited shoe runs, and he's just out of it. I mean, he thinks like he gets up there and this is all good. Kind of find out they had sold out of his size. He ended up running into his old best friend Bobby, who is always on some get rich scheme type of things. He's an ex-Foot Locker employee, and he's like, hey, I can help you figure this out. And so what ends up happening is that, you know, Bobby goes with this scheme. It doesn't work. It ends up putting Devin $5,000 in debt, and he has to hide this from his wife, because he's seen the credit card charge, and he's like, deny. So he's trying to figure out how can he recoup the money. And at the same time, this sends him on a further adventure into the sneakerhead world that he did not think he was going to be going on. It sends him all the way to Tokyo to be honest. But yeah, so the two of them, along with Nori, who was like the connect. I mean, like, if you need a shoe or a person or a guy or like somebody who's looking to buy, somebody's looking to sell, Nori is the connect. And if you're in the shoe world, everybody needs and knows a connect, because the connect makes all the dreams happen one way or another. And then Stewie, who is a client of Nori, should I say, who's just a curious rich wannabe sneakerhead. So he's like kind of learning the ropes and stuff here. But the four of them goes on this adventure to finding the holy grail of shoes, the zeros, because come to find out, Bobby seen this video on YouTube about 2 years ago of a guy saying, hey, if anybody finds these shoes for me, I'll give them my whole collection. And so when you compute this, you're like, well, one shoe gets me this person's entire collection of shoes, which we can flip and make all of our childhood dreams come together. So that's really like the premise of the show. So you get to see them, you know, hunting for the shoe without having any clues. But obviously it's not just the one shot trick here. It is a multiple trade, multiple interactions, and all that other good stuff that that takes him on this adventure. So yeah, again, you see tons of heat, tons of rare shoes, tons of good cameos as well too. Baron Davis, who's an avid sneakerhead, former basketball player. Swaggy P is in this, but then tons of brands that you're familiar with. Complex, as far as Complex Magazine, Flight Club, Jason Mark, who I use for my shoe cleaner as well too. So actually seeing the brand and the guy himself was pretty dope. And then all other like really famous shoe shops, boutiques, and locations as well. Like they nailed all of those. But nonetheless, it's a really, really easy and fun show to watch. The dynamic with Devin, who's trying to be the responsible adult who most of us have some way or shape matured to, and then Bobby, who's really the obnoxious friend who just still trying to run the schemes to figure out how they can get money quick, still very heavy in the shoe game, and priorities are all messed up. So that dynamic, I'm pretty sure a lot of us, especially the ones who are former or is sneakerheads, know that dynamic really personally. So it was really cool. It was funny at times too, but at the same time too, like it gives you like for me, like a little bit of heartburn looking at the long lines, the ticketing system and all that other stuff. It's cringy because the pain of how hard it is to just get a shoe that you really want. It's not just the easy transaction of money for shoe. It is a who lack of information, misleads, all types of good stuff. So but yeah, Sneakerhead, it is available on Netflix September 25th. It's 6 episodes, 30-minute each. Check it out. Let me know in the comments when you think. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews. Peace out, folks. Yeah.